Hey guys, it's Stephanie from Escape and Paint. I'm recording a video this time instead of doing a live because I wanted this to go in a special group where we're doing Christmas in July, and I've got a present that I'm making, and I don't think my mom will be in that group or my dad, either one. So I'm kind of not worried about sharing it there, but I don't really want to spoil the surprise too bad here. So I will allow y'all to see this, but not them. Okay, so I'm going to do a picture collage gift. I've got a big palette that I made. I've made smaller palettes though. They're all over there. And if you look at my page, Escape and Paint, you will see in the I've got pinned to the top a video that shows you how to make your own smaller one. And what I did, instead of just doing the 3-inch boards this time, I put some 4-inch mixed with some 3-inch to give it a little more width. And this is almost a 16 by 20. The boards are 20 inches in length and it's almost 16 inches across. So if you were to get a 16 by 20 canvas instead, you could easily paint in your faux wood and make it look like that. Make it look like it's wood if you wanted to. So I've taken a picture of what I want and where I want my pictures laid out, because my daughter and I kind of figured out where we wanted to put everything. My parents celebrated their 50th anniversary earlier this year, and these are all some pretty cool pictures of from their anniversary party or from early in their marriage. And oh, I need to put those in a safer place than that, because I have a feeling paint's gonna fling. Let me see. Okay, that's supposed to stay there. Alright, I'm gonna set these up here, and Lord willing they won't be in the way and I'll be able to find them. I'm going to use some browns on this for the background. Okay, I have a burnt umber and an espresso here, and I'm going to grab some white, maybe some gold. Okay, they celebrated 50 years this year, so I'm kind of trying to figure out exactly, oh, and I don't have a brush. That's real smart. Oh, boy. When I do it good, I do it real good. Here's your brush. You check, you think you've got everything together, and then you have nothing that you need where you thought you had it. So I'm just going to take a little of the burnt umber, kind of drizzle it, and I'm going to drizzle a little of the espresso. And we're going to rub it in with our brush, just kind of, we don't want it to be all one color, we don't want it to be all another color. And that's why I bought the glass top, because I knew it would clean real easy. I'm probably going to need a lot more than I thought I was. No worries. I hope this is a helpful gift idea to anyone who chooses to make one. I would love, if you do choose to make one, if you would post a picture of it on my page. I will be putting this video on my personal page at a later time as a gift idea for those interested. But you see how if we mix the two, we're not really blending them together, we're just kind of getting the paint in there. It gives it that, it works with that wood look. Now I'm going to want to go as quick as I can, because I'm trying to give it a stained wood look, but it's not going as quickly across here as I'd hoped. But that's okay. I can always add a little white or gray in there if I need to. Whew. Boy, I'm making a mess. I'm not kidding when I said I was going to paint it. Paint everything. Did you see the little bit of variety? I don't know if y'all can see it at all. The slight differences in color from using the different color shades in here. We will be using some Mod Podge. I think I only have glossy, but I don't remember. Like I said, I had thought I had gathered it all right here, but I will have to get up and go get it again in a minute. No big deal. But we're going to take and rub this in real good. I keep getting crazy hairs. Wild hairs. It's okay, we can just pick them up, lift them off. No big deal. If you don't get dirty as you're painting, you're just not having enough fun. Somebody mentioned that the other day. I think that's true because I have lots of fun when I'm painting and I end up coated in this stuff. So this makes a great gift, not just for Christmas, but for anniversaries. Now, like I said, they've already had their anniversary party because these are pictures from their anniversary party. But it'll make a nice little something that I can give them for Mom's birthday is still coming up. Dad's birthday is still coming up. Christmas, though, who doesn't love a personalized Christmas gift? Right? And I'm thinking this would be perfect for Christmas in July. You take those cute little grandbaby pictures and you get them all prepped and ready. Like I said, mine's a bigger palette. You can find palettes at Hobby Lobby and at Michael's that are already ready to go, about $7 or $8. I built my own because for that same $7 or $8, I built and made several instead of just the one. But not everybody has that time. Not everybody has those tools. And I understand that. So we're going to take a wipe and a paper towel and kind of rub it and smear it to give it that stained look, rather than rubbing it in super hard over here. And get that off the desk too a little bit. Okay. You don't want to leave it sitting too long because then see how that gives it that stained look rather than the paint's all smeared in. Okay, that one soaked it all up. Next. Okay, give it a new spot. If you wanted it to look more painted, you can totally do a completely painted one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off on what's left of a wipe. Keep sticking my fingers in it. I want to do a little bit of a stencil on here. You could do a bigger stencil or smaller stencil. Zoe and I decided that Love Never Fails needs to be right here. I think I want to do that one in 24 karat gold, and I can do the rest in a white or a light color. Thought about doing it in rose gold, but this was their 50th anniversary and I don't want to. Okay, we're just going to put our stencil where we want it and go over it. I should have put white down first just to help make it pop a little bit, but we'll see shortly. I'm trying to come down as straight up and down as I can. I realize this is going to have some sticky on the bottom where it's sticking. See, it's sticking where the paint was wet. If I was really worried about it, I should have gotten a blow dryer and blow dried this. And I got this stencil from Essential Stencil. So if you love it and want to use it, that's where I got it from. Yay! It looks so cute. Okay. So since that one's in the center, where'd I put the white? There it is. I think I'm just going to put some white on here as well. Don't need too much. Oh, eye boogers. Keeping it from closing. Good. Oh, can't put it there. I'm running a time lapse so I can look at it cool later. Okay, I'm not worried about this on the back. I'm just going to lay it back up here. I think I've decided that I'm just going to put it where it may or may not show, where different pieces of it show through the different pictures and stuff. But that center is where I'm going to have it for sure showing. But if love is sticking out or never sticks out somewhere or fails sticks out somewhere, okay, that's starting to pick up a little of that brown and look a little too brown to me. So I got to get a little more white on there. All right, guys. Bear with me. For some reason, this is really looking brown to me and not pretty white. Okay. So I'll do it here. And again, I'm just pouncing it right straight up and down. Okay, this camera is not pointed where you can see me. Okay. Okay, I'm trying a different angle here, guys. Bear with me. Okay. Okay, hang on. See, that's my problem with laying them down and doing too many back to back, because you kind of get a mess on the back, and if you're not real careful, it just makes an ugly mess on the front. Or it makes an ugly mess when you go to lay it down. So I'm going to kind of... Save. Wipes for the save. Okay, I cleaned it off. You might clean it off every couple of them, whatever stencil you're doing. You could do a really big one and have just have like a part of it here and a part of it there if you wanted. Those turn out real pretty as well. I saw one somebody did one time with feathers. I think it was a friend of mine named Julie that did it, and it was so pretty with the feathers behind it. A feather stencil, and I think I just wanted the love never fails, because that's, you think about 50 years of marriage and love's just not failing. Alright, and I think 5 is about all I'm going to try and squish in here. And I'm gonna lift. Yay! Okay, I'll set that there so I don't, Lord willing, forget to do it. Okay. I really should have brought a hairdryer. I can't really do much until I get this dried, so let me go get my hairdryer. Bought one to take to paint parties just the other day, and I needed to get it right in here. Bear with me, I'm sorry. Here, oh well, I can't. Okay, I think that's got it. So next I need to get my phone. I can look at where I had them before. And we need a ruler or a paper trimmer. But we'll need a ruler and a pencil for sure. I'll set these down here for right now. And the Mod Podge. We'll need the Mod Podge. Okay. We need Mod Podge. We will either need gloss or you can get matte depending on what you want for your finish. I only have gloss, so this is what I'm going to use this time. And yes, I love wipes. Baby wipes are so helpful. Alright. So this isn't as easy to do sitting down, I don't guess. Alright. Got most of that off my hands. Okay, so I'm going to pull up my picture where I had everything laid out because I have a lot more pictures than I thought I did, and I want to make sure that I lay them out the way I want them. So right here, right here. Do I want that one on top or below? I want it right here, I think. And then we had them looking, and then when they were young. Okay. Then we have the cake from their 50th. My niece made this cake. Let me show you the picture. My niece, well, her other grandmother made the cake, but my niece decorated the cake. It's gorgeous. It was gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to set it right here so that maybe we can have that showing, but I don't know if it's going to fit because I have this one of Mom and Daddy, and I may trim that off a little bit. And then we had that one and their original photo. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to trim that one. I may trim a few of these roses off too, just to make it just a hair shorter. So it'll fit just a little better. Is that better? Love the way my mom was looking at my dad in this one picture, this old picture over here. And then I have their wedding picture. I think I am going to trim that down just a little bit. I can print it again if I don't like it, but think I like that layout just a fraction better, just because I can see Love Never Fails in a couple of places. I've got it covered up other places, but really I've only got the one covered up. It's okay. Alright, so what we do is take our ruler. I'm going to get a longer ruler. I need a longer ruler. This ruler would have worked if I was going up and down the way I had originally. No, it wouldn't have, because it doesn't go with the grain of the wood either way. Okay, well, either way. So, I've got to move those real quick. And I'm going to lay this right here. And we're going to use a pencil and gently draw a line across all of the photos where we want to cut them. And we're going to do it one section at a time. And because this one goes in back, I'm going to take my scissors, and I don't know if you can see the line. Can you see the line that I drew on there? It's very small on that one. I didn't do it really dark. Can you see? Hang on, I'm trying to figure out how to tilt it so that maybe you can see the indent. Okay, this one has kind of a line, right? Oh, let me see if I can get it in the light in the camera. If you look across my mom's face, right in there, that's got a line going across it. If I hold it that way, you can kind of see the line there. There we go. Now we can kind of see a line going across it. We're going to cut on that line. I know. It seems not right. It seems very not right. And we're going to lay that right back here and double check our placement. And we're going to put that one right above where that board goes in. We're going to try and give them just that teeny tiny bit of space to help encourage the idea that the boards are there. If this was glued to one board versus the other, mine are really close together, so that's how that's going to look. Now I need to get this one cut because it goes underneath the other one, and I don't know, again, the lighting. You see that line right there near the glare, right under there? I didn't do a dark line. I didn't want it to be accidentally showing up in the photo after I cut it if I didn't cut it straight. So I'm cutting that one, and it's going to go right under the edge there. And I didn't put any of the pictures of the kids in here because I did not want anyone left out, and my youngest brother was deployed at the time, so, and my boys didn't get to make it to the event. They both had to work, so didn't want any of the kids or grandkids left out. So I did that. Okay, so those two are in place. So I'm going to take my little brush, my sponge brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of Mod Podge on the back. Kind of really not worried about that, but that one goes behind it, so I should have glued it first. Okay. We'll work on getting this straight. Okay, I don't want to lay it where I've already got some down on it yet. I want to try and get it on the back. think we want to give it a fair coat. And then we're going to stick it right there. You know what? That one laying over the top of the other one doesn't look bad, so I'm just going to leave it. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, so what kind of gifts can you think of that you would want to give for people? Would you want to make like this? Grandbabies. You could make one for the parents of the baby. I've got some friends that have a new baby that I'm thinking about doing something with this idea for them. I'm going to go ahead and go over, oh, I've got to get the bottom of that one first. Whew. If you don't like touching glue, this is not the project for you. In case y'all are wondering, this particular picture, my parents are looking at a photograph on the wall that has each of their children and their spouses in one, and then if we have children, our children, we're holding a sign and it's spelled out, "We love you." My older brother and his wife don't have any children, but my other two brothers and I each have children, and there were pictures. My oldest niece is married, and her and her husband are currently deployed to Germany, or currently in Germany. And so they have one sign, and then Brandon had one of his own because his sister is married. And then my kids each had a sign. My kids, all three, had one sign. And then, my printer paper and I are not going to get along, apparently. It's almost not worth it for that. And then I'm going to cut right across here. But we each had our own little paper that we were holding. Philip and I had one, and then our kids had one. My middle brother, like I said, and then his daughter and her husband had one, and then her brother had one, my brother's son, and I can only hope it's going to like my glue. Set that up there for a minute, because I think that goes like that. Yep. Okay. I'm going to get a thick coat of Mod Podge on there. But then my youngest brother and his wife were holding a picture, holding a letter, and then thankfully that got done before they asked us for those before Kenny got deployed. And then their kids, their three, were holding another letter, and each of us was holding a letter, like we, W-E. So I think Philip and I had the E, and then my three had the L. My niece and her husband had the O. Her brother, my middle brother's other child, had the V, and then I don't even know if that's going to be worth attempting to get to stay there. It's not wanting to stay very well. Let's see. Okay. And then so the other E should have been my niece and my brother and my youngest brother and his wife. Well, I guess I left Annie and Carrie out somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, we were all holding a different letter. That might be something to do a craft over too. A way to say I love you to great-grandparents or grandparents that you don't get to have all of their family in a picture together a lot. That might be a good way to do it. Coordinate with siblings to get that done. That would be really cute too. But this, I think, makes a great gift idea, but especially for the holidays. Okay, so I've got that one done. I need to do this one because it looks like it's the only one really here. I'm just going to lay this. Oh, no, I'm going to get the other one because I don't want glue on that one. That one's got cork on the bottom. Might be better to go ahead and draw your line and cut most of your pictures before you do it. I was just attempting to avoid doing too many. I should have cut that one first, huh? That one needed cutting again. I'm gonna leave you screwed it up. I'm just gonna leave that down there. Okay. I guess I didn't realize it was that close to that edge. So. Because I don't want them changing their mind and relocating before I get them glued down, I'm going to go ahead and glue them down. At least on the bottom part. But it's going to take it a while to glue between coats. And I want everything to be as even as it can be. Now, does that one need cutting on the top too? No, it does not. Okay. So go ahead and tack it down. Okay, for those just tuning in, this is Stephanie with Escape and Paint, and thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed the gift idea. Oh, my fingers are getting sticky. I'm going to have to get a wipey out and kind of get some of that Mod Podge off my fingertips so I can grab the next one without destroying it. Oh, interesting fact, Mod Podging and baby wipes are not really friends. It's not really wanting to let me clean it off. I've got paint under my fingernails. Yuck. Okay. So, for my sanity's sake, I'm going to flip this around. Oh, no. Yes. Yes, I am. And I'm going to lay this across here. To gently draw my lines. And I have a mechanical pencil. I don't think there's any problem with using a regular pencil. My mechanical pencil is just kind of gently doing what I'm asking it to do. I don't think others don't, but Okay, y'all, this is one of my favorite photos of the day. A lot of the questions, Mom and Dad agreed who did what. But at their anniversary party, we had them sit down in some chairs and they took their shoes off and they each had one shoe. The one side was Dad's and the other one was Mom's, and we would ask them questions like, who do you think's the better driver? And they were to hold up the shoe of the person that they thought was the better driver. It was so funny because a number of them, I've got several pictures where they're both holding up the same shoe. But it is hilarious, the funny looks, and I don't think we got a good look at any of them where Mom was like, no, no. And Dad would be like, what? You don't think I'm the better driver? Kind of look on his face or whatever it was. So whatever the question answer were, it was hilarious. If you have an anniversary coming up, that might be a fun game to play with those. If your family has an anniversary coming up, that might be a fun game to play. Okay, I'm going to lay those right there and see how they line up. This might have been how I was supposed to do it the whole way through, but I wanted to get half of it done so I wasn't moving it if I lifted it up and turned it around. So, Lord willing, I didn't mess up by... I'm going to pull it down just a little bit from that seam. Whoop. Just that little bit from that seam. And just that little bit above the seam. Okay, hang on. We have one of the iRobot thingies that cleans, and we have it scheduled to come on at a specific time. But I haven't emptied the dust cup yet, and I don't want him making noise while I'm trying to finish this up. And I'm pretty close. So, he'll just have to wait just a few minutes more. And this is their beautiful wedding photo. My sister-in-law went through some of Mom's photos and kind of restored. And this is, I think, the same photo that they had behind them when they were doing the cake down there on the wall over here. Okay. Again, I don't know if y'all can see the lines very well. I'm trying to do where I drew across it, the line right there. I have two cameras going. Like I said, I'm trying to do a time lapse, so I'm trying to get this where you can see. Yeah, I think you can kind of see the line right there across there, but I'm fixing to cut on my line. It's not as easy to see on the videos, but it is if you're in person. Yeah, I thought it was funny them putting love never fails, but it doesn't mean it always agrees, is my personal thoughts on that, because I've got them each holding up the other person's shoe from the game right here. I thought that was funny. I really did. I thought it was really cute. Okay. Okay, I need to trim that just a little bit, so we'll just... I didn't leave room for a bow because I didn't really... If I do make it a door hanger by attaching some strings or something, or make it a hanger instead of it being something that she can set somewhere, if when I do add a bow, it would be on that. I would make it the string and then maybe put a bow above it. So I didn't put a bow on mine. You can. I would encourage you to make sure that you leave room. You lay it out when you lay your photos and stuff out. You leave yourself plenty of room. There are some faux flower type things that you can get, I think at Michael's, that are really cute. You can kind of paint those in the color that you want for your design, and it looks pretty good. You could do a Christmas decoration with this. You could do Christmas pictures and Christmas morning, Christmases past. If you wanted to make this a Christmas memento of Christmas past or something like that. I'm trying to get this on. Just telling you, Mod Podge is sticking to me like there ain't no tomorrow. Okay. And I'm not real stressing myself out about this because we're going to coat the whole thing with Mod Podge when we get done. So in case you're wondering why I didn't worry about cleaning it up down there at the other end, that's because we are going to coat the whole thing. We kind of coated over the pictures, and I'm hoping it's kind of waiting to do too much on the top up here because I'm hoping it'll do right. Okay, this one's glued down, this one needs gluing down. Okay. Alrighty guys, bear with me just a little bit longer. We're almost done. I don't think it takes forever if you've got all your stuff together, and of course I forgot to bring a couple of supplies to the table, so I slowed us down just a little bit. Not too bad, I don't think. Right now the studio's kind of in a bit of a mess where I've had 2 parties last week. And just kind of getting everything cleaned up, made a gift, made a couple of things, made some cards, and between that and trying to do my Bible study stuff for ladies' Bible class, I've just got the space covered with bunches of stuff here, my Bible and that Bible class book, and then the glitter glues and the box with ribbon, and everything's just kind of down that's normally kind of put away, and I just haven't quite gotten it put away yet. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and cover that one because it feels like it's trying to come up. Remember, we want to put just that little bit of space between the pictures because we're trying to accent the different boards like it was painted on the boards, and each board was painted individually. You can just Mod Podge them straight on here without cutting them. Some people, it's very difficult to get past the whole, I'm cutting them in the face. I'm cutting their face. That just doesn't feel right. I'm cutting their face. Oh, I should have waited, even if it was feeling awful. Their faces. Enough. Okay. And the cake, or the china. This china we didn't actually drink out of, but this picture here is of the china that was given to my grandparents for their 50th anniversary, or my great-grandparents. I can't remember which, but it was theirs for their anniversary. And then Mom and Dad made it to 50. Alright, so now we're going to coat all of these that we haven't coated on the top. We're going to make sure we get them all glued down. We want to get them good and sealed around the edges. Is that a hair from my paintbrush or? Right now it keeps kind of leaving the smeary parts over them, so I'll probably end up having to do a couple of coats over them. Okay, that I've got to push down. If it shows any bubbles in there, we're going to have to push them down and get them out of the way. So beware, beware. I'm kind of trying to make sure they're all down. That's the only one that I've seen even one little bubble underneath it kind of coming up like that. Now this may look a little funny over here at this corner where that dried before. I hope not. Hopefully I can get it dried around there and layered up enough that it'll be okay. Alright, can y'all see this okay, or is my arm in the way? My arm's probably in the way. Alright. I keep reaching across here to grab more. I'm going to go ahead and get to the edges just because I want to seal it down real good. I don't think you have to necessarily go over the edges, but you can if you'd like. I'm trying not to put it too thick because then it gets all globby and super. Feels like you got a sticky knot on the side of it, and it's like, don't care for that. Don't care for that at all. So I'm trying to make an even coat, an even pass. Guess I should have grabbed a wider sponge brush if I had one. I prefer sponge brush for Mod Podge because once it gets that in there, it's really hard to get it all out, and so I just use the one brush the one time, and they're not that expensive. And I may even peel the brush off and reuse the handles if I'm going to be that kind of, well, I don't want to say cheap or chintzy, but resourceful. There we go. We'll be resourceful by recycling. I have been known to pull things apart that, okay, this got messed up, but I can still use this part of it, or I can still use that part of it. So, okay, I'm going to cover all the way to the edges. You can kind of see where down here it was dry, and it's looking really pretty. I'm getting that lovely little sheen on it. Okay. Try and catch up here. Right over here, come down. If you can make wide sweeps all the way across, that would probably be better. Like I said, mine's kind of big, but if you were to come to if you've come to one of my classes before, I usually paint a 16 by 20 canvas in my classes, so it really isn't that much smaller than what we've painted before, but I would definitely look at putting this on a stand or setting it on a shelf, because this one's kind of heavy. I do have a narrower one, but because I wanted all of these pictures, I went with the bigger one. Trying to get all of these on the one that I did that was smaller, it really wasn't going to fit. And I was really like, I really don't want that. I want all of these pictures. Every one of them shows some aspect or area of them that I really want shown in this. So okay. All right. So this one's done. I think I'm actually going to hit it with the hair dryer. Well, I think I want to smooth that out just a little bit up there. . 'Cause, 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 Okay, I'm gonna grab my hairdryer and hit it with the hairdryer again real quick. Forgive me. How about I mute my microphone for a second if I can? Okay, it looks like I popped a bubble of Mod Podge, and I'm going to have to cover it back up. So, I was trying to make sure it was staying down. It didn't look like it peeled the picture up so much, as it just looks like it made an ugly spot there. Lord willing, we can fix that well enough. Okay, I'll set that back on the top there. Okay, I'm not going to blow dry it anymore because Mod Podge needs to dry, and I'll probably put another layer on here when it gets done. I will include a picture of the finished dry product where you should be able to see through all of this, and it should just be kind of a glassy sealed wood kind of look. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it very much. Again, I'm Stephanie Patton with Escape and Paint, and I would love to have you like, follow, and share my page if you really like it. Only if you really like it. And thank you for joining us for Christmas in July.